All right, hello, hello. Um, yeah, we streaming a little bit earlier. Hopefully, this is like a more sane time for people to take a look. Um, usually I start with leetcode, but um, the daily is not updated yet, so we're gonna wait until that happens, which is in a couple of minutes. Um, until then, I guess I may as well get started on the other project that I wanted to work on. Actually, nah, I'll Hmm, I want to. That's like 10 minutes. I might just take a look at um I just like poke around some repos, see what's up, but um yeah, kind of just spending 10 minutes until the Lico daily refreshes, and then hopefully I get to work on um hopefully I get to work on a real a real project that I have. Um so I guess the big thing that I've been working on in the past I guess month or two has been the it's been Panic, which is this C compiler that I've kind of just been toying around with, but I feel like it's a little bit narrow in terms of the type of work that it gets me to do. This focuses a lot more on front end and back end, but it doesn't really get me a lot of work with two other things that I want to work on. One of them is LLVM proper, and then the other one is um more towards the middle end of the compiler. So for the latter, I'm still trying to think of a way to go about it. But for now, there is one thing I can work on to get a little bit more experience with LLVM proper, which is the LLVM tutorial, and um, I'll probably like be playing around with the kaleidoscope stuff at least for now, and then depending on how that goes, we'll see where to go from there. um, yeah, this all seems quite interesting. The external tutorials are a little bit slow, and I also want to like maybe look at this, but this is future work. For now, I want to work on this thing, which is kaleidoscope. Let's see. I think I think this is fair to think about. I think um ideally I would want a little bit more experience with this, which is what I'm trying to do, I guess, with my personal compiler project. Yeah. Ugh, bonk. Stay hydrated. So yeah. I guess I should make a repo first. That would probably be a good place to start. That is not the right button. Uh, there we go. So the last time I tried this, I spelled kaleidoscope wrong, so that would be a little bit bad. So we're actually just gonna do it the lazy way. Either that or I could name the repo like LVM tutorial or something boring. That seems like the more sane thing to do, but yeah. I wonder what the explanation of visitor is. Oh, it's just Wikipedia. Okay, sure. Hmm. Is there a way to get this dark mode? I guess not. Apparently there's a plugin? Uh I'm too lazy to figure that out. So yeah, let's make a repo. Maybe just like kaleidoscope for now. Um, let's just copy this in. Yeah, sure. So let's just. That's not. Okay, neat. I guess I can move this to this window and call it a day. Toy language called kaleidoscope. That's cute. Um, Extend to support if then else. For loop. These are fine operators. Okay, this is pretty neat actually. The funny thing is, if I were to like do any semblance of research for this, I don't think I would use the LLVM front end proper because I would probably just compile down to C and then call it a day. But you know, as one does, I guess it's probably good to learn about this at least. Yeah. And the other thing I noticed while looking through the VOD was that when I'm like staring at my laptop, I'm like hunched over like this, and it's a perfect hair cam. So I'm gonna try and maintain some semblance of good posture and hopefully save myself a lot of future money on spine surgery. This is something that I've also been just trying to work on in general, but very poorly. So yeah, only data type is double. Ooh, interesting. Okay, I guess that makes sense. It was like this reminds me of Python almost. I guess anything with indent based scopes reminds me of Python. Okay, that's neat. Okay. So start with a lexer. So our compilers course didn't really cover a lot of this just because not a lot changed or changes in terms of lexing, but I guess it's at least interesting to take a look at. And it's probably important to at least do it this way once, even if it's a little bit dry and static, I guess. So break up the input into tokens. Sure. The word token seems familiar enough to me. Um, where do I actually write code? Uh, okay. Okay, I see. So this is just an intro for now, and I'll implement it properly at some other point. So tokens. And then, okay, that's pretty neat. I don't think I implemented a lexer in my compiler, interestingly enough. Or I guess not interestingly enough. I just used pagtool and called it a day. Okay, so it reads in each token and vomits out a token. Okay, sure. I guess that makes sense. I feel like this type of structure is a little bit gross to me, but I guess it's a little bit inevitable. I understand why it exists, but it also just feels a little bit icky having like null fields. I said like the alternative is just like object oriented, which is also bloat. Git talk like TikTok. Um, oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Uh, wait, what is space? Uh, okay, what is happening here? Because this looks like it just gets one character at a time, which is not quite what I would want it to do. The current token's an identifier. Identifier string holds the name. It's a literal. Okay. This is true. Actual implementation of the lexer single function in git talk. So let's return the next token from standard input. Huh. Oh wait, this isn't the entire. Okay. Okay, I see. That makes sense to me. So it gets the next character. Alright. Slim as they're recognized. Okay. So it skips space, or I guess it nukes itself on spaces. And then it's to recognize identifiers and keywords. Okay. So it builds the identifier, and if it's in the keywords, it returns. Oh, interesting. Wait, where do these come from? Are these just enums? Okay, I see. Okay, that makes sense. So it returns the enum value, and then if it's not a keyword, then it just returns that it's an identifier. Oh, right, because it's the lexer, not the parser. So it doesn't actually need to figure out what each thing is, I think. Identifier. Okay, so that's where I'm at. Numbers are also the same, I guess. Just the usual rules, it looks like. Stir to decimal. Okay. Or not decimal, double. That's pretty funny. End of line and return the. Okay. So comments we just skip. If it doesn't match. Okay, that makes sense. And then the other thing that I want to learn about is handling incorrect input, because this looks like this lexer looks like it assumes correct input, or like a valid file. I guess sorry, a valid program. But obviously, if I were to make a C file and then stick Python in it, it would vomit out an error in the front end. So I guess this might just be because this is Lexer. So yeah, okay. Let's take a break from this because I believe the leetcode daily has refreshed. So let's take a quick look. It has in fact refreshed. Oh, okay. Wait, is this month just like math month? Or like, is it just power month? Uh, let's see. No, it's power week. Okay. I should remember this, yeah. We had fruit week, now we have power week. I don't know what's happening, but sure. I guess that's just kind of LeetCode's little gimmick. Yeah, let's start looking at this. It's all without loops or recursion. Ooh. This is just one of those problems where I don't know the C++ standard library well enough, which is definitely a problem. But yeah, it's just okay. Uh, so the boring and like lazy way to do it is just recursively and just divide by 3. But that's quite boring. Is there a better way to do this? Hmm. Well, let's do it the lazy way first. I know. Are these positive? Wait. Uh, okay. We can return n mod 3 and is power of 3 of n divided by 3. Oh, wait. And not? Wait, no. Wait. Yeah, not, because if it's not divisible, we want it to return false. Okay, yeah. Okay, I might just be washed, actually. Let me think about this. So, well, what are the base cases here? Let me just do that. So, we want n to be divisible by 3, and then wait. How do I want to base case this? Let's do n. So, if n is 0, turn true. If n is... Oh wait, no, it'll always end up. 1, 2. So if it's not divisible by 3, turn false. This should be the correct logic. Why is this false? So 27 is not 0. That son divide by 3. Ah, I see. That's what I'm missing. Wait, no. Wait. This recurses infinitely. Okay, what am I doing? Wait, how washed am I? What is happening? So 0 is not divisible. Is this how this works? Is this logic? Okay, so this logic is correct. I wonder if this gets compiled. Oh. 1 is divisible by 3? Okay. Wait, what? Oh, I see. Let's try that again. Okay. Oh, a power of 3. Okay, I see. Never mind. Okay, wait. Then this. Wait. Okay, yeah. And. Okay, that actually makes sense now. And is less than 4, n is 2. And we return false. Let's just compress that in here. What? Why is this failing? Wait. What? Okay, so we don't look at this at all. This is a little bit embarrassing. Yeah. Now let's clean this up now. Yeah. Okay. Can we do this as a one-liner? Return. Wait, what's the iterative way to do this? Or the constant time way to do this? That's not the right button. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, this is some crazy math. Wait. Okay, wait, so largest power of 3. Mod that. What? Huh? I don't get why this. Oh, okay, wait. This makes sense now. This makes sense now. Okay. Wait, let me actually draw this out. Just this actually makes so much sense. This makes so much sense now. So let's make this bigger. So Does this make all of them bigger? Okay, so we have n, which might equal 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. All right, let's take. So the idea is we have n, which is 3 to the, let's say, some k, and then so the idea is we have the max power of 3, which is n, which is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 all the way up to the maximum times 3. So then, since it's multiplication, you can just divide it, or it necessarily will be divisible. So you can just mod it turns out. So, okay, that makes sense. So, I feel a little bit silly for not thinking of this. So, constant max power is log C++ log how do we go from here? How do we do something with this? Int max divide log of 3. Is this how this works? I hope this is how this works. Turn n greater than 0 and I forgot a semicolon. Okay, something's going wrong here. I don't particularly know. What does this guy do? Oh, I see. I actually need to exponent it. I see. Can we one-liner this? Log int max. What if we just hard code this value? Int max. Let's get rid of the commas. And then divide by 3. That's not divisible by 3, so 46 divided by 3. That is divisible by 3. Let's just hard code this. Let's skip this parentheses mess. Wait. No, this doesn't make sense. Wait. Divide by n mod 3. That's what I'm missing. Wait. Am I capable of like writing coherent code? What is happening? Wait. Wait. What did this guy do? Not this guy. The other guy. Max power mod n equals 0? Oh, max power of 3, I see. Okay, let's find that by hand. This is the int max. This is definitely bigger, so then it would have to be this number, right? This number looks about right. That's not English. Okay, we're having a great time here. We're doing a great job. Okay, there we go. There's gotta be a better way to get the largest power of 3 in 10. How did the log way to do this work? Actually, I see. That's not the right button. Can I just yank this and does that go into clipboard? No, it doesn't. I have to select it by hand? Is that? Code. Control insert? That's a bind? I guess it is a bind. Okay. Okay. So how did this guy find the max power of 3 here? So how do we get this? How does this make sense? How do we get here? I'm like struggling to understand this. I swear I always struggle to understand logs. So what's happening here? So log in max. So 10 to the power of that equals int max. And then we divide that by huh? Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. This takes advantage of cast, I guess like downcasting. No, just int division. Okay, cool. That's a neat problem, I guess. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break, and then we're gonna. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break, and we're gonna get right back to work on Kaleidoscope, which seems infinitely more fun than just LeetCode. All right, we back. We back. We back. All right, what was I working on? Uh, let's go to Kaleidoscope. make a window in Tmux? That's probably important to know. Create C, okay. Okay, that makes sense. I should probably be more comfortable with that, but you know, as it goes. Okay. Um okay. Where were we? Okay, we finished the lexer. Or we didn't finish the lexer, but we finished looking at the lexer. Do I get to write real code? No. Okay. Okay, sure. What is this? Um. Okay, so what does the directory structure here look like? It's a little confusing. Let's look at the. Oh, it's literally just one file. Okay. Okay, great. That's great. Okay. Did I spell it correctly? Yes. Okay, yeah. Okay, great. So let's do this by hand. We're just gonna say no to headers because headers are real programming. I think I'll just do the basic implementation and then clean it up to be a little bit more human, or a little bit more maintainable / sane. So let's start with the token. Do strings exist? No. Let's actually no. This isn't Python. I can't write code like that. No, I can. Wait. All right, I'm gonna do the most base thing I've done in a while. Let me do this real quick. Okay. We're gonna go to AI and we're gonna disable Copilot. Yeah, I don't need to clean it for now, but it just keeps annoying me actually, which is crazy to think about. So we're gonna make the token enum. Let's make a lexer. So we have a token for end of file as minus. I wonder why these are negative values. I guess I just don't know a lot about enums. This still doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand why this uses negative values for enum. Otherwise, one of these. Why? I still don't get why. I use negative value in enum. Represent error conditions? Special states. Oh, wait. Wait, I think it literally says this. Wait. Ew, okay, wait. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna copy these over, but by hand. That's not a comma. Let's separate these out. These are keywords and these are values, I guess. Yeah, I guess this seems sane enough. Yeah. So we have so the identifier string, and then we have val. Okay, so that's the top level stuff. Maybe I should separate this out into a file, huh? I'm not sure why the naming convention, but I'm sure there's a logical reason. What am I doing? So then, where does is space come from? Huh. That's not the right button. The page down is literally right next to my arrow key that I hit with my pinky. Yes, I'm using an arrow key in Vim, but I assure you it's justified. Okay, this is actually starting to gross me out a little bit, just looking at this. I feel like I should, okay, yeah, I can't do this. I can't do this. Let's, uh, let's make a directory for this. This is lexer. So we have, now I wish I could have pasted everything in, but that's fine. Hi Janine, how's it going? Okay, yeah, let's try this again. Oh, was it good enough? Enum tokens. I wrote this out. Let's just copy it over. Oh, yeah, that seems a little less ideal. I mean, sleep is sleep, right? So we got numval. Let's skip these better comments. So we have that. Oh right, I was gonna make a class. Yeah, we got the thumb accidentally grazing the touchpad. I don't know what I'm doing here. Are these private? Oh wait, I just realized. I should be putting this in here. How did I hit that bind? Is that Q? QQ? No. I don't know. I'll worry about that eventually. So this all needs to go here. I don't think these need to be static. Oh yeah, wait, these are member functions. What are okay, these are fields, so they in fact should not be static. Get talk. No, we don't implement it here. So let's include lexer. Flex lexer. I'm getting flexed on. Int lexer get talk. No, it's a character. So, let's take a moment to admire that one. Anyway. That's not the right. Okay. Okay, my keyboarding skills are quite lackluster, evidently. We're having a great time. Where does Gitcar live? C Gitchar. Alright, let me go back to the full code listing. Where does this come from? Okay. Sure. Let's import it. Let me clean that up. Include C. Where does this live? Wait, that's in std.io? Okay. Sure. Wow, I really don't know my way around C headers. we're a little bit slow here. So this skips white space and then wait, where does get car? Okay, so just wait, no, what am I doing? C studio. This comes from c.io. Okay. Yeah, that's the same function. Wait, what am I doing? If is alpha. Where does this come from? C type. Okay. Last char. CC type. Why is it called CC type? I feel like it would be good for me to know this. It's the C type header and it's the C header. So it's the it's the C type header. That makes sense. Okay. So if it's alpha, then Let's make these lowercase. Wait, there's the key for that. So an identifier string. Let's make some private methods, actually, just for readability. So we can read. Where do these go? Do we put them above or below? Read value. Identifier is like identifier or a keyword, I guess. I don't know. Read numeric. Eh? Uh, we're just gonna put these up here. I don't. So read identifier or keyword. Should go above. What is happening here? Did I spell something wrong? No, I didn't spell anything wrong. Wait, what? Am I brain damaged? What am I missing? What? I feel like there's some really obvious thing that I'm missing. I just like. That's. Where am I? Uh, okay. Let's delete that, and then let's. Let's fumble around and find this again. Why is this out of line? Huh? What changed? Was there a typo? Oh. Ah! There is a lowercase k. Yeah, I'm having a great time. Okay, so we can put these in private then, right? Let's take a look at this. Does this help at all? No, it doesn't. Maybe I should just throw a formatter at the problem and call it a day. But that's a future me problem, so yeah, we're gonna worry about it when the time comes. Oh, why is this Python? If so, this is a digit or it's a decimal. And then wait, huh? Wait, do we return the tokens at all? No, we just return the enum values. Oh wait, but we still need to like eat up the. Okay, that makes sense. The reason we're still iterating through this is because we need to eat up the. Um, we need to actually eat up the input. Uh, so let's just do that. That so I know what's happening. Uh, read. So what else do we need here? We need void read numeric. Okay, good to see I can type this time. Not making the same mistake. Okay, so here we do read numeric. If is keyword. And then we pass in the string. Let's do a little bit of wishlist programming for now. Yeah, this goes here. So pool is keyword. Token. Oh, actually, yeah, this is fine. And then we pass in identifier string. Let's do a ternary operator. Let's have some fun. Return not token. If it's a keyword, then it's we return the key. Oh. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, we're gonna. What do we do with this? Let's just get rid of that for now. So then let's. Oh right, we can't switch on a string. That's really annoying. Is this a thing? Oh, this is a thing. Oh, I didn't know this is a thing. Wait. Wait. I didn't know we could. It infers this. That's pretty neat. Because I'm used to like this for overspecification, but okay. And then return. Okay. Okay. So this seems straightforward enough. I don't think this needs a helper. This loop is a little annoying, so I think these loops are annoying, so I have them separated out. Or not this loop. Like this loop and read numeric. let's actually implement read identifier keyword now. Maybe I need to put last car into a private field. Yeah, let's do that actually. There we go. Everything's a nice seafoam green. Okay. Where were we? Read identifier keyword. That's where we were. Okay. Ugh. Okay, let's see. What do we want to do here? Alright, so okay, we wanna get the next character, and while we wanna keep getting the next character until it's not alphanumeric. And then we keep adding it. Okay, sure. That seems sane enough. Although the way this is written is a little bit ugly. I've never seen this before. I guess that just means I haven't written a lot of. I guess like putting this inside of that, I've never seen. Let's get ChatGPT to explain some code. Actually, let's not get ChatGPT to explain. Let's get Gemini. Let's give this a try. Hey, that rhymed. Oh, that's a thing? I didn't know that was a thing. Wait, let me. This is quite important to me now. Ignore what I was doing here. Turn I equals 13. Wait, is this not a thing? Wait. Let's get rid of this. Is this not an operator? Wait, I'm confused now. Test. Okay, let me not do this in Godbolt. Actually, let me. Let's do this here, actually. Let's do this. And then let's just do this. Wait, let's do a macro for this. Let's have a fun time. Let's make a macro here. So wait, 0. Why doesn't 0? Okay. Sure. Okay. So we make a macro. We go to start. Let's yank big word. Go to the end. Let's add -o, and then target, and then we paste it in, and then .ll, and then we go down a couple lines and then 0. Okay. Now let's see if this works. It does work. And it turns out I was stupid because I didn't actually change these from 01 when I was on the plane. Holy hell, I was sleep deprived. We were so close to the goat of macros. But the macro was goated, I was not goated. But, I mean, there we go. Let's get rid of all LL files. RF A out. And then this is just my playground for sanity testing. Let's see, what was, oh right, this was actually what's gonna make clang target .c. Okay. Where were we here? Let's get rid of all this. What's I gonna do again? Oh, right. Int test. Main test. What did I have this set up as before? Actually, this is fine. I can comment this out and then make another test, I guess. Because I don't have version control on this yet. I probably... no, it's just like a scratch pad. I don't see why I should. Okay. So test. What's I gonna do again? We're gonna do this cringe thing. Int j equals in. But this doesn't work. Wait. Why does this work then? What return type is get car? Return type is int. I don't know how to look up the docs in NeoVim, so we will just have to do it the cringe way. Also, if you can hear my sister playing piano in the background, I'm not sure if my mic picks it up, but if you hear, you are obligated to clap for her. Because she works very hard. Wait, what is happening? Uh, wait. Let's open Gemini again. I'm gonna keep asking it. Oh. Wait. So if I do int j here, and then if I do j equals in here, and then wait. Why am I including std.io here? Oh wait, this is C, that's why. Uh that's why. Printf %d then okay, that makes sense actually. I've never seen that. I see. Okay, that makes sense now. That makes sense. Okay, cool. The more you know. And yeah, okay, that makes sense. Anyway, back to what I was actually working on. Okay. So the extra set of braces inside actually do mean something, which is pretty cool. Class car equals get car. And this is a little bit gross though, but I mean, what can you do? That's a neat language feature that I actually never knew about. It'll be quite useful. Okay, so then this just adds that. Reading numeric is going to be a little bit of a mess though. Okay, so that bit should be fine. And then the numeric values. And then what do we do here? What do we do here? Do I need to clear identifier string at any point? Oh wait, no, it already clears it. Okay. There's got to be a less messy way to. Probably look at this just to figure out what's happening here. I see. Okay. This makes sense now. So I do actually I was wondering why I needed to keep these and not just have like a separate buffer, but it turns out yeah, this makes sense. So we need get identifier string. Let's do that. Double get number value. I keep clipping Q with my middle finger when I type in W. So I ended up doing like this, which is unfortunate. Let's go back here. Wait, I just opened. Wait, no, this is the right file. Let's just add this to Harpoon. It'll be less painful that way than just having a permanent split open. Okay, read numeric. What is this implementation? I also see I'll need read comment. Void read comment. Let's just copy this. Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just get this implemented first. Yeah. So we have string, num string. So let's just make a buffer, I guess. And then, yeah, this do while makes sense actually. I might do error checking. Actually, no. We're not gonna add error checking because error checking is for clowns. I am a clown. So we want to do this while last car is a digit, or it's a dot decimal point, and then turn. Wait, we need to set num val to numval. We need to turn it into a double. Where does this live? From C stood lib. What? Huh. So it definitely exists in. Oh, stood. Oh, wait. Oh, Lord. Okay. Uh. And then, what else does this need? What is a 0 there? Dot C string. Also pronouncing Sturtad. Sturtady. It's a little bit silly. End pointer is a. Oh, no pointer. Okay. Can I just pass a null pointer? Okay, sure. Let's just do that. Let's commit crimes. Yeah. I'm gonna try and get the lexer done today, I think. Because I am quite hungry and I should probably eat sooner than later. So all we need to do now is get comments and then end a file and then returning whatever it looks like. I probably need getters as well. Yeah, that's probably pretty quick. So let me just get this written out. Okay. I need to return we need to return a number token. Wait, no. Yeah, we do here. So now, comments. Comment begins on the pound sign. So if last car is a pound sign, read comment, and then we don't return anything. Right? Oh wait, no, this is interesting. Okay, then we read the next. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that's interesting. Forgot to add parentheses because I've been in Python land. I haven't even been in Python land for that long. Like I've only been writing C++ code for like the foreseeable past like month. Like I don't know why I'm forgetting to put parentheses around things. Like I really have not been writing Python. I don't know why this happens. Like is this normal? I feel like this shouldn't be like I feel like this shouldn't be a normal thing. I don't know. I'll get used to writing parentheses when I get hired, I suppose. The last character is not off. Turn get talk. Yeah, we shrugging. Okay, read comments. What do we do here? Wait. Wait, that's gross. Wait, I hate that syntax. This syntax makes me... Ugh. Ugh. I don't like that. That makes me uncomfortable. I don't know why. It really just makes me uncomfortable for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I don't think I'm insane for thinking that. But like... Yeah, okay. Yeah, that one's a little bit not it for me. Oh, and also just a side note, the reason why this isn't a do while is because even though we want to do this, even though we sort of want to like do this regardless, um we're resetting identifier string every time. So yeah, that's why this is just a regular while loop with an extra thing at the top instead of a do while. Because that is technically different behavior. I don't know why I didn't process that earlier, but you know. Get car. Um, Ooh, wait, we can do a little syntactic sugar thing here. Um, so instead of having to, so if you see what's happening here, if we paste this in, this is a little bit annoying to like reorder stuff and annoying to read because it's all like one mega line. So a cool thing that my compiler's prof taught me, and this is like one of the coolest things I thought in the moment. But what you can do is true, and then we can add ands to these, and then they're all the same, and then the true gets compiled away. I thought that was really cool, and then I looked at this and I'm like, this is a little bit messy. So in some instances it will make sense, but in this one maybe not. Yeah, that's my little fun knowledge sharing bit of the day. Also, this is not new line. This is /r. And then yeah, the other benefit of that is you can like easily reorder the lines instead of having to deal with like the open parenthesis. Uh, or I guess more importantly, having to deal with the lack of a prepending and here, because we can't really just move this one arbitrarily. That's not the right, because we can't just like move this into like here at the end, because then like there's an and at the beginning and there's like no and at the end there. So yeah, that one's pretty neat. I'm sure exactly 0 people found that helpful, but who knows? It might be helpful at some point in the future. There may be a chance. Last car is not end of file. Okay, let me make this a more me readable size. I don't have the horizontal scroll bars. Those are the worst. Okay, comment. Yeah, and then we handled that already. What else? Okay, maybe I'm a little bit more sympathetic to the syntax upon closer inspection, because the braces are kind of a little bit ugly. I lied. They are significantly less ugly than just having nothing there. I don't know, I'm a little bit pedantic about that, so I mean, yeah. Okay. So then now we add end of file checking equals e off, turn the end of file token, and then otherwise it's just character. Int. Can I do this? Int cur. Yeah, we can just do cur. Okay, it doesn't let me do that for obvious reasons. Cur car. Cur car. Okay, so that is technically the lexer done. Um, so as a quick recap, what the lexer does is it literally reads the file, and then it doesn't it doesn't like interpret um the literal values of each sort of like, so before the compiler can actually read um like understand the meaning of each quote unquote token, or like what is the, I guess the equivalent is word. So like each word in the program, it needs to figure out what those words are. So what the lexer does is it splits the program into quote unquote words, which are called tokens. And it handles each of these differently, which is why it has like end of file, number, identifier, and then like these specific keywords. That is that is like the very high level explanation of what the lexer does. Next time I'll probably implement the parser in AST, but for now I think this is a good stopping point. I should add getters. That's what I'm missing. Yeah, we have getters here. Let's just do this really quickly. Yeah, we can add this at the top. Return identifier str. Okay, getters done. So yeah, that's the point where we're stopping at today. You may be wondering what is my plan for testing this, and currently the answer is I don't know. I'm probably not gonna write like real unit tests for this because this is mostly just like working with LLVM. But if you look in the tutorial proper, I guess it goes back here. Yeah, there's this is the part with CodeGen that actually matters. I should probably like look at this at some point just for my actual thing, the other compiler I'm working with. And then I guess we won't be testing. Maybe I'll spend time writing tests next time actually, or just like doing a little bit of hand testing. I'm not gonna like. I don't intend on writing like proper unit tests for this because I feel like that's a little bit irritating. But yeah, well, I guess we'll play it a little bit by ear. We'll build the plane as we fly it. Yeah, that's about it. I should probably push this. What? Data branch. That's not the upstream. I need to get this to push real quick. Git push. Is this what I need to do? Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna go eat now. Yeah, you should add me on LinkedIn. You should follow me on GitHub, and you should check out my website. And you should give me a job. Yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in. Yeah. See y'all.